Hello, so this is my video for MMSN TPE 2.8, in which I'm just going to read it. Apply and collaboratively implement supports needed to establish and maintain student success in the most least restrictive environment according to the student's unique needs. So I don't know where I heard it, so I apologize, but it was talking about this triangle like pyramid that at the top of the pyramid has the most um, restrictive. So in like a group home for children, and then further down, obviously less restrictive, less restrictive. And I couldn't find it anywhere, so I apologize. But I thought that it was really important, and if I find it, I'll link it. But what I wanted to share was I think it's important to make sure you're providing the best environment just as a whole to the child. If they need more supports, how do you get them more supports while still having the most least restrictive? Obviously, there are cases where you're going to have to put them in a more restrictive environment, but having the least restrictive option. So, for example, at the school that I'm interning at right now, we promote the most least restrictive, and that is why we have the students go into the general education classroom to promote socialization and independence. And a lot of our students don't have aides. We have myself and the other SAI instructors who come in twice a week in math and English. Though there are some kids I feel like maybe need a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and that's kind of what we're doing at the time right now, is figuring out what is the most least restrictive while still helping them. Because we don't obviously want to do all the work for them. We want them to be able to learn. And what is the best learning environment while still being the least restrictive? And what that is for one student may be different for another student. And that's the important thing we have to realize with special education and kids with special needs and just people in general, is everyone has their own different learning style. I myself need a little bit more support maybe than the next person with certain things. My husband and I are very different learners, and I need a little bit more like model feedback. Like, that's how I learn, but he's not. He can read a manual and know how to do something, and I'm like, I need to see it. I need to visually see it. But that doesn't mean that we're bad learners or that we need a more restrictive environment. It's like, okay, what learning environment would be the best for us? How is the best way for us to learn how to do something? And it's just like a student, especially if they have a processing disorder or a physical limitation that keeps them from writing or typing, things like that. What can you do that is still the most least restrictive but the best help for them? And I think that that's the most important thing. So thank you for watching.